habang nakatigil ang mundo. Habang ligtas tayo sa ating mga tahanan. May mga pumiling manatili sa harap ng digmaan. Laban sa COVID-19. Para sa inyong patuloy na nagpapatakbo sa makina ng bansa. Para sa inyong laging nakaabang sa ating mga daungan at paliparan. Para sa inyong nagtatawid ng aming mga pangangailangan sa kalsada, karagatan at himpapawid. Para sa inyong mga nagbabantay sa mga warehouse at terminal. Para sa inyong mga nakikipagsapalaran sa daan. Para sa inyong naghahatid sa amin ng malasakit at kabayanihan. Kayong mga frontliners sa logistics at supply chain. Kakibat kayo ng mga doktor, nurse, sundalo at pulis. Patid namin ang mga sakripisyo ninyo at pagtitiis. Kasama ang buong sambayanan, kaming lahat ay nagbibigay pugay at puso-pusong nagpapasalamat sa pagharap ninyo sa tiyak na pahamak para sa bayan. Mabuhay kayo, mga bayani ng bayan.
Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kung nais umasenso, manap ng trabaho, o di kaya'y subukang magnegosyo. Lumikha ng produkto't sikaping lumago, inspirasyon mong pagkapiko. Katuwang ng gobyerno sa iyong tagumpay, iisa ang ating hangarin. Pag may abilidad at oportunidad, tiyak na ang lahat ay uunlad. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kayaw magtipid sa iyong mga pangarap. Sige-sige sa pagsisikap. Asenso'y sigurado sa hinaharap. Manalig lang palagi sa sarili. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan.
Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Trabaho, negosyo at kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Manalig lamang po tayo sa ating mga sarili. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Usaping bayaran sa pamamagitan ng online transactions po tayo ngayong hapon. At sa inyo pong namomroblema kung paano magpadala ng bayad sa mga produktong binili ninyo o mababayaran para sa mga produktong binenta ninyo, lalo na sa panahong ito. Samahan niyo po kami sa isang oras na usapin kasama ang mga representatives ng e-payment platforms mula sa PayMaya, GCash at UnionBank. Magandang hapon po muli. Ako po si Nelly Diliera ng Philippine Trade Training Center, ang training arm po ng Department of Trade and Industry. Alam po ninyo ang DTI po, ang Department of Trade and Industry, sa hindi po tumitigil sa pag-iisip kung paano po kayo matulungan mga mahal naming MSMEs. Kanina-kanina lamang po, lampas-lampas na pong 200 na mga MSMEs ang nanonood sa atin ngayon. Kaya ito, dahil sa hirap na kayo ay makabenta o mabayaran para sa inyong produkto, inilunsad po itong programang Control Biz, Reboot Now, para matulungan kayong ma-access ang e-commerce. Isang magandang halimbawa rin po itong ng Bayanihan Hilas 1 dahil 13 po, 13 enablers mula sa online selling, online payment, online delivery arrangements ang nagsama-sama para maturuan at matulungan kayo. Pero hindi lang po yan. Ang alam po natin, ito lamang po, yung nagsimula ngayong Wednesday at magtatapos na tayo ngayong araw, itong mga libreng webinars na ibibigay po ng DTI. Pero bahagi pa rin po ng reboot package ng DTI ay mabibigyan at matutulungan po kayong hindi lamang po madala sa digital space ang inyong mga produkto, kundi pwede po kayong maka-loan, makakuha po ng discounts sa delivery platforms at ito nga pong delivery webinar series. At ito po, kung iniisip yung last day na ngayon, marami po nagsasabi last day and it's already Saturday, and according nga to ASECDIN, there were actually a total of 12 sessions that we had since Wednesday. This is not that good news po. This is not the last day today. Magpapahinga lang po tayo ng isang linggo para po tingnan naman kung ano naman po yung ibibigay at di-deliver po namin sa inyo. Still in line with e-commerce. So, May 12 po, magbabalik tayo May 12 until May 14. That's a day before the end of the ECQ. Sama-sama po lahat nitong 13 enablers at madadagdagan po kasama po ang nagli-lead po dito sa ating pong isinasagawang Control Biz Reboot Now, ang DTI e-commerce, para po mailatag po natin ang different platforms. Titingnan po natin kung ano yung mga programang pwede po sa mga produkto, ano yung mga programa para po naman sa mga MSMEs, at matulungan po kayo in terms of capacity building and capability building para magamit nga natin itong e-commerce platform. Malaki po ang naging ambag po ng ating partner dito, ng DTI po. Partner po natin ang TAMS International Business School para po mapanood at matuto at maiparating sa inyo ang mga tanong sa pamamagitan ng mga webinars na ito. So, pero ito nga, as what we have been saying, ang inyo pong pamahalaan, kaya pong gawin, halimbawa po ng DTI, ay tulungan po or tumulong po para sa inyong negosyo ay umusad kahit sa panahong ito. Pero nakasalalay pa rin po sa inyo, mga mahal naming MSMEs, ang paggawa ng paraan para mapakinabangan kung ano man po yung mga learnings, kaalaman at iba pang tulong na inaalay po sa inyo ng ating pamahalaan. So ngayon po, sana marami sa inyo ang nakapag-desisyon na kung ano ang gagamitin po ninyong platform. Noong mga nakaraang araw, tinuro po sa inyo kung ano yung pong mga online selling platform na pwede nyong gamitin. Nagkaroon din po ng Enablers Day yesterday where we had a lot of enablers who presented to you their programs. Sana rin po nakapili na rin kayo ng platform kung paano po ninyo gustong babayaran. And of course, yung mga delivery service na online din po. So gamitin na rin po ninyo ito to your advantage. So na nakalipas na araw na ibinigay po natin. And yan. Matagal na po natin itong naririnig po, yung online payment schemes. Wala ng person-to-person engagement, kung kaya't maiiwasan yung haggling o tawaran sa presyo. maiiwasan din ang lagay o yung payola kung ito man ay isang transaksyon na magkaroon ng face-to-face. At nagiging mas productive at maging efficient po yung ating mga MSMEs, pati na rin po yung ating mga consumers. Dahil hindi nyo na kailangan umalis sa bahay, hindi nyo na kailangan pumila para maisakatuparan ang bayaran. At higit sa lahat, cash daw po. Ang cash daw ay germy. At maaaring maging carrier po ito ng deadly COVID germs. So para maiwasan po, cashless na po tayo. So this afternoon, mga kaibigan po natin, masaya po tayo, no? May mga kaibigan tayong nalaman natin from as far as Mindanao, nanonood ngayon, and from as far as Visayas, and of course, dito po sa ating sa area in Luzon. Marami po tayong mga entrepreneurs na sumusubaybay sa mga dinadala po natin programa. At ngayong hapon po, we're really very happy to have with us ang ating po mga representatives coming from e-payment platforms. Pag-uusapan po natin how to manage your e-payment. At yung po mga katanungan ninyo, alam ko po ang mga entrepreneurs may mga katanungan, pati na rin po yung mga consumers or even yung users po ng ating mga platforms ay may mga katanungan. I-reserve po ninyo yan dahil mamaya-maya po we will entertain all those questions. Okay, here we go. Papakilala ko na po from the largest digital financial services in the country, the all-Filipino company, PayMaya. Ladies and gentlemen, represented by the VP and Head of QR Ecosystems, please welcome Martin Jose. Hello, Martin. Kaway-kaway naman dyan. We will give you time to, say something more about yourself later and of course, the company that you're representing. Hello, Martin. Okay,
Hi,
and we will also be joined a little later. Yes, hello. And we will also be joined a little later by Mr. Paul Betja, sa ating Q&A, also from PayMaya. And this time from GCash. Okay, from GCash, we have the Head of Business Development, Miss Mia Subido. Hi, Mia. Hi, Mia. Naka-off yata yung microphone ni Mia.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Mia. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. Narinig natin si Mia. Thank you very much, Mia. And this time from UnionBank, no less than the product head. Okay, may I introduce to you Mr. Bjorn Pardo. Good afternoon, Bjorn. Hi, Bjorn.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, yes. Okay, I think Bjorn has a little problem understanding what I've been saying since I started opening this program because I spoke generally in Filipino. But no problem. All the questions that will be given to you will be in English. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. We're giving you time to introduce yourself and a little bit about your company, just so our MSMEs would understand how your platform works. And I think we should also look at the point of view of the seller and also point of view of the consumer. So maybe we can give you 2 minutes just to introduce yourself and the company that you're representing and also the platform. Yes, we'd like to start with PayMaya, please.
Hi, magandang hapon po, Ma'am Nelly, and magandang hapon po sa mga viewers natin ng mga MSMEs. So, masaya po kami na nabigyan ng chance para makapag-presenta ng aming mga solutions and actually aming mga insights on using e-payments to help your businesses. Just to konting correction lang. So I'm Martin Mauhay. So I'm reintroducing myself. I head business development for the QR ecosystems of PayMaya. PayMaya, so I'll go on to introduce na the company that I represent. So, ang PayMaya po ay ang end-to-end digital payments ecosystem enabler in the Philippines. So, all Filipino technology para sa Pilipino po. No? We have platforms and services that cuts across consumers, merchants, and government. So, ang ibig sabihin lang po nito is that ang aming plataforma and solutions meron po kami para sa ating consumers. So in the case of sa inyo po, mga merchants na nakikinig, ang mga solutions na to ay para makapagbayad sila sa inyo. And kayo naman po, mga merchants, meron po kaming mga solutions para makatanggap po ng bayad from the consumers. And then going on to government, so we provide solutions on the government side of things. So we enable national and social services agencies as well as local government units with digital payments and disbursement services. So yun po, happy to be able to talk about the subject this afternoon.
Yeah, okay. Nagkaroon din ako, I had the opportunity of watching in full yung PayMaya presentation yesterday. Okay, anyway, yes. We'll get back to you. Yes, we'll get back to you in a while. Mr. Martin Mauhay, I stand corrected for that. Okay, this time I'd like to request now Yorn Pardo, the product head of Union Bank, to please also introduce yourself and further a little something about Union Bank e-payment scheme. Yes, Yorn.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to see that we have over 350 people. So that's great. Yeah, so I'm Bjorn. I'm the product head of UBX actually. So UBX, just for everyone's information, UBX is wholly owned by Union Bank, and we are the fintech subsidiary of Union Bank. So what we do is we build a wide variety of products and solutions that are specifically made for MSMEs, entrepreneurs, and small businesses. Today, we'll be focusing on a payments platform product that we've built. It's called Bux, B-U-X. But at the same time, we have a lot of other solutions that we're building for MSMEs, from online store builders to different types of loan products specifically catered to MSMEs. I may get into a little bit of that later, but I think we'll focus on Bux, our payments platform. And basically what we're doing is we're trying to combine or aggregate all types of payment methods into one solution, whether that's credit cards, online banking, e-wallets like PayMaya and GCash. We're not trying to compete with everyone that's in the market now. We're trying to make things easier for everyone. But at the same time, one pain point, or one of the biggest pain points of entrepreneurs and MSMEs today is payment. So we're trying to solve that. But at the same time, what Bux is also trying to do is we're also trying to solve the next step that MSMEs have after they accept the payment. They now have to ship the product that they sold, and so we're also trying to help. Combine and aggregate all types of courier companies into the same platform, so you can actually manage everything from payments to logistics all in one place. So I'd be happy to answer any questions later on. Thank you.
Okay, so it's a whole package, Yorn. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, this time from the head of the business development of GCash, we have Mia. Miss Mia Subido, please.
Hi, good afternoon ho ulit. I'm going to share lang 2 slides para to give an overview of GCash. Let me just share my screen. It's going to be a quick run through lang. Nakikita niyo na ho ba yung slide?
Yes. Go ahead, Mia.
First of all, I'm Mia Francesca Subido ho. Ako yung Head of Business Development for QR Payments for GCash. Just to give a brief overview of GCash, ang main purpose ko ng GCash is, diba, to enable yung mga underserved. Just to give you an idea, 66% of Filipinos don't even have bank accounts, 90% wala hong credit score, at 95% wala hong credit card. So nandito ho yung GCash para to serve these people. So GCash is the #1 e-wallet sa bansa. 3 times higher yung app logins namin versus yung mga ibang e-wallets in the country. At hindi lang kami e-wallet. Marami pa ho kaming features. May mga GSave ho kami. So we have the highest interest rate in the country. Up to 4% ho yung interest rate natin per annum. At pwede ho kayong mag-invest sa GCash. Minimum 50 pesos lang ho ang kailangan gamitin ninyo para mag-invest. And finally, para sa mga walang credit card, pwede ho kayong gumamit ng G-Credit. So para ho siyang credit card, pwede ho kayong umutang, minimal lang ho yung interest rate at pwede niyo hong gamitin para magbayad sa mga different merchants namin at sa mga bills pay ninyo. So, may 4 ho kaming services na gusto naming i-explain lang ho sa inyo. Yung send money ho, which is a lot of people naman familiar na ho sa send money, parang peer-to-peer lang ho siya na money transfer. May scan to pay ho tayo na QR. So aside from yung QR na nakikita natin ho sa mga restaurants at supermarket, pwede ho tayong gumamit ng digital QR. Marami na ho mga merchants na gumagamit nito. Para sa mga mga merchants na gustong magpadala ng QR link, posible rin ho magpadala ng QR link sa mga customers natin, secure ho siya, i-click ho lang ng customer natin yung link, tapos pwede na ho sila magbayad sa GCash. And then finally, sa mas malalaking mga businesses ho, kung gusto ho nilang mag-integrate, may API integration ho tayo. So for any questions ho tungkol dito sa mga services na to, all you need to do is email iwantgcashqr@mynt.xyz. So yun lang ho ang share ko para sa GCash. Salamat ho.
Okay, thank you very much, Mia. And we have heard from our 3 representatives of the different e-payment platforms this afternoon. Ito po, meron tayong ilang mga katanungan from our MSMEs. Actually, we did crowdsourcing para talagang this comes from them, from the point of view of the merchants, the sellers, and as well as our consumers. Here's one question. Ang sabi, e-payments are dependent nga on connectivity. What if there's an interruption or service is not available? How do we address that? Can we start with Martin, please? Connectivity, because we're so dependent with connectivity.
Yeah, okay. So to answer that, dahil po technology po talaga yung gamit natin. And like most mobile applications or platforms na ginagamit for the solutions we are providing, we really need a steady internet connection. Now, ang ibig ko pong sabihin dito, hindi naman po kailangan na sobrang bilis na connectivity. Kailangan po lang ng steady connectivity so that the transactions go through within the app or the platform. Hindi naman po tayo nag-game o kaya nag-vlog when using these platforms. Hindi naman malakas gumamit ng bandwidth, but very minimum requirements lang naman on the internet connection side. Now, I assume marami naman po sa inyo when conducting businesses at home, naka-Wi-Fi connections po tayo sa bahay, care of our favorite telcos. And then in the case of mga walang connectivity naman through Wi-Fi or wired connectivities, there are other ways to do it through wireless. And PayMaya is glad to help out in that. So using the PayMaya app, you can avail of data packages that you can use for this kind of connectivity that you can buy or avail of within the platform itself. So going back, yes, connectivity is needed, but there are other solutions that we can provide on the offline side of things. Later on, I can flash the email address of the team. Pwede po kayo mag-send ng email and we could we're glad to help you out kung ano bang solutions ang pwede namin ma-provide sa inyo. So I think my buddies Paul, Russell, nandyan ngayon sa chat room talking to everyone. Just hit them up and we'll be glad to help you out.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. I think I really have to direct this question also to GCash. Ms. Mia, would you like to answer this?
Yes, ho.
Yes. Right.
Yes. So katulad po na sinabi ni Martin, since app-based po tayo, talagang kailangan natin ng connectivity. So yung mga solutions natin, kailangan po ng internet. So either Wi-Fi po or yung data po natin. That's why we feel na kahit na we're trying to promote e-payments, kailangan pa rin po natin sa panahong ito ng cash until maging super stable yung infrastructure ho natin sa internet. That said para sa mga Globe at PM subscribers ho namin, pwede ho nilang gamitin naman yung USSD namin. Star 143 hash pound sign at pwede ho silang mag-send ng money sa mga ibang GCash users. Pero for everyone na hindi Globe and TM subscriber, yung mga smart users natin for example, kailangan talaga ng gumamit ng app na may internet.
Okay, I think that's the ratio question because some of the users of GCash experience, yung service not available during particular times for a number of days now. So yun, kaya siguro talaga yung narration, Moving to our guests from, yes.
Sorry, to answer yung sinabi natin tungkol sa service not available, we're actually preparing kasi for migration. So it really involves downtimes. So it's actually beneficial yung migration natin to the customers because magkakaroon ng mas malaking capacity at magkakaroon ng less downtimes kasi magiging mas flexible yung system. So nakalagay naman sa social media channels namin yung downtimes and yung migrations particularly.
Okay. So those are just basic questions to start with, Actually, may mga questions. We have questions here that pertains to yung trust, alam mo yun, yung pag ginagamit natin because you're already disclosing some information about your bank accounts, your credit card number, and all that. So let me just proceed siguro dito sa question about that. How if I am a merchant or even a consumer, how can I be protected, or what security measures have you instituted, especially now that there is a surge in the number of users of these platforms and the skills of scammers have leveled up too? Maybe that's a question that's directed to all of you. Maybe start with Jorn, please, from UnionBank.
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a stab at answering your first question, just a different take from our side.
Okay.
As Mia mentioned, we're not at the point where everything can be digital. A lot of cases, cash is still needed. Not everyone has access to digital services just yet. I think our stance on that, right, is that there are going to be times when things are down. That's inevitable and that's unavoidable. But something that we're doing is, we're trying to give people choice. So if there is a specific channel that's down, let's say, for example, online banking is down for your bank, you do have the option to pay through GCash or pay through PayMaya or pay over the counter at 7-Eleven or anything like that. So that's kind of how we tackle, the downtimes. And so to answer your other question, you are right. It's sad to say that there are many people that are trying, or scammers rather, that try to take advantage of situations like this. It's something we take very seriously. We do everything that we can and more to help protect the community from making sure that any user of our platform is a real person. We use different types of eKYC technology plus human intervention if needed. We also make sure that everyone's account is closely monitored in the sense that there are certain limits that merchants can reach before they can transact more. So for example, you have to have a certain amount of successful transactions to be able to transact more. You have to, for example, if you reach a certain transaction amount, you have to submit more information, such as proof of billing and maybe more business documents. So we're doing a lot. We're very lucky that we're connected to UnionBank and the bank, so we can also lean on them for a lot of support and advice as we kind of grow our platform.
Thank you. May we also hear from the side of PayMaya, please, Martin?
Okay, so ma'am, kailangan po natin tignan to on two sides, no? As you mentioned earlier, there's the merchant side and then there's the consumer side of things. Yes. No? Yeah. So for the merchant side, by joining us, you're really secured yung payments na pumapasok sa loob ng wallets nyo. Number one, I think like everyone, all the presenters here, because we are dealing with your precious money that you earned, we have to be regulated. No? So I think next week the partners from the regulating bodies will speak. So for us, we're regulated by the BSP. So that means meron level of protection that's required from us, and we have to meet on the regulating side so that assured kayo and secured kayo on the payments that go through inside your wallets. We also partner with international groups also and partners, providers that also make sure that we are at par on the technology side so that the payments are secure. Now, dun naman po sa consumer side of things, marami po talaga ngayon yung mga gumagawa ng accounts and then they try to scam other consumers. So on our end, I think Bjorn had a good point earlier na we do have a very good eKYC process. No? So we really filter yung mga users na papasok into the system and really identify kung totoong tao ba talaga sila or if they have a history of being fraudulent or scamming other people. But for the rest, I think it's more of what kind of tips I can provide to the consumers so that hindi sila ma-scam along the way or ma-fraud ng other merchants. No? So one way for a lot of the consumers is make sure yung kausap niyo po na merchant is really the merchant itself. One way is to check out reviews online. Usually, pag totoong merchant po talaga yan, mayroon ng reviews yan online. Then you can find out kung talagang he's doing business. Second is on the platform itself. When you use PayMaya, and you interact with a PayMaya merchant, dapat lalabas po doon yung pangalan ng merchant that you are interacting with. For example, magbabayad po ako sa sisig ni Ira, for example. Favorite namin yun, example namin. Dapat po, pag scan ko ng QR or pag abot ko sa kanya ng digital payment, lalabas po sa transaction list ko na I paid to sisig ni Ira. So there's many different ways, no, to protect yourselves on the consumer side. We provide our consumers with account passwords, PINs, lalo na yung one-time passwords, no? So never give out those things to anyone. Marami po ngayon nagfi-fish, nagtatry mag-email sa inyo or kahit text, trying to get that information. But anything any system that really tries to get that from you, wag niyo pong ibibigay, no? Even if yung sender itself nakalagay PayMaya or our partners here,
they can always claim, ano?
Yeah, marami pong ganyan ngayon. So I think sa DTI po, marami ko yung nakukuha mga complaints na ganyan. So it's really educating yourselves as well. So
Yes.
be
Okay. Thank
on
you.
the merchant side of things, be a PayMaya merchant so that yung mga consumers, when they interact with you, they know that you're a PayMaya merchant also.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Martin. It's really very important for us to hear the sides of different e-payment platforms, so we can compare, and siguro it will also become a learning from each other how they're doing it, protecting our MSMEs, our merchants, as well as our consumers. Now, on the part of GCash, Mia, would you like to say something about security measures that you have instituted? Yes, Mia.
Yes, so I actually agree with Martin in terms of yung mga tips niya para hindi tayo ma-scam. Para lang ho namang credit card kasi debit card yan, kailangan careful din ho tayo. So katulad ho ng sinabi niya, dapat hindi natin sinishare yung mga PIN number natin, yung MPIN natin, at yung mga OTPs natin. I think on GCash side, yung users ho namin, we have what we call consumer protect ho. So basically, up to the wallet limit ng user natin, which is 100,000, we actually protect them from account takeover. So kung magkaroon man ng scam, na legitimate na scam siya, of course, case-by-case basis ho siya, in terms of the type of scam, na hindi siya negligence, we actually cover whatever is in their wallet. So on the side naman who of the merchant, that's why who we're encouraging people to do QR payments instead, and for the merchants to do QR payments. Kasi when you apply ho as to be a GCash QR merchant, may process ho yan na they have to submit documentation ho na talagang legitimate business sila to be able to have that QR code. So hindi ho basta-basta makokopya yung QR code. So safe ho siya in that respect.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, we directed to this question on security, the security measures that are instituted by each of these e-payment platforms, because it's a very pressing issue. Kahapon lang nasa balita siya, no? But let's backtrack a little kasi parang may mga gusto ring malaman, mas maintindihan. Sabi nga natin na when we were chatting, take into consideration that the MSMEs that are watching right now have zero knowledge about how to paano sila lilipat or how to shift to online payment. Can we just explain it siguro per institution? Can we start? Nandito na lang din si Mia. Simulan natin, Mia. Paano ba? Kung ako ay isang MSME selling products, a retailer maybe, or a producer, whatever, how will I make use of your platform?
So may mga different option ho tayo kung MSE ho tayo. Pwede ho tayong gumamit ng GCash using send money ho, yung P2P ho na diniscuss ko kanina. So parang sending of money lang siya to a GCash number. The second option ho, yung pay via QR. So scan to pay ho siya. So may QR key card ho tayo. More and more nga ngayon ho, dahil sa COVID and dahil naka-lockdown ho tayo, mga digital QRs na ho yung meron tayo. So yung mga merchants ho, yung mga restaurants, yung mga supermarkets, meron nag-share sila ng digital QR sa mga customers nila para makapagbayad yung customers nila by scanning the QR. And then, yun ho yung dalawang options natin na main options. Kasi yung third ho na minention ko kanina is the unique payment link. So pag mag-sign up ho sila sa amin, pwede ho rin nilang gamitin yung unique payment link. So magsisend lang ho sila ng link as a merchant to the user ho para ho i-click lang ni customer yung link na yon at pwede na rin ho silang magbayad. Kung gusto ho nilang mag-apply as a merchant to GCash, pwede ho silang mag-email to iwantgcashqr@mint.xyz. That's tutulungan ho namin sila tungkol sa documentation, kung ano yung mga kailangan i-submit nila, kasi yung proseso ho kung paano sila maging merchant. Sobrang dali lang ho mag-participate sa e-payments ngayon, magkaroon ng this kind of solution. Hindi ho siya nakakatakot. Kasi sobrang simple lang ho.
Yes, Martin, please.
Hi, Ma'am Nelly. So, with permission po, I'll share something. I'll share my screen.
Yes, sure.
Just to help articulate yung question po. So,
yes, so shifting to online kasi alam din naman natin marami pa rin nasa traditional way of paying and sending
Yeah.
payments and receiving payments. Yes,
So
go ahead, Martin.
you can see my screen,
Yes.
ma'am, all the
Yes.
viewers. No, so ngayon po, napakadali to become a PayMaya merchant and continue on with your business. We made it easier ngayon. So starting probably next week, you download PayMaya Negosyo and you can already start becoming a PayMaya merchant. So moving forward, maraming nga pong ways into becoming and using the PayMaya merchant solutions. Number one, I think which is pareho naman with a lot of the platforms is yung peer-to-peer payments, yung pag-send ng money sa other PayMaya accounts. Now, ang difference lang nito is that consumer accounts po to. So pag nagsisend po kayo ng money or nagsisend yung consumer ng money sa inyo, yung lumalabas po yung mobile number nyo. So hindi secure or lalabas yung pangalan nyo. So hindi siya secure in terms of yung business identity nyo. And secondly is hindi siya nakaka-enjoy ng consumer rewards, yung mga cashbacks or rebates na nakukuha natin. Because usually that happens when you're already interacting with a PayMaya merchant. So by downloading the Negosyo app or signing up with us in the email that I sent earlier, you will have your QR, your QR code already, and then you are now a PayMaya merchant. And your consumers, by scanning this QR, will enjoy the benefits of cashbacks and rebates and the other promos that we have right now. Third is email or SMS invoicing. Now, by signing up with PayMaya as a merchant, you will be able to then send an email or an SMS na may link that allows you to pay, allows the consumer to pay using cards. Nakita naman po natin dito, Visa, MasterCard, and QR. So imagine nyo na lang po, kayo po ay isang online seller. Gagamit kayo ng bagong platform or wala kayong website, social media lang po yung gagamitin nyo. O kaya sa village lang kayo na may small business or sari-sari store, pwede na po kayo makapagtanggap ng digital payments in the form of card payments and QR from PayMaya. Now yung last one na papakita ko po is checkout plugins. So ito naman po, mas complex naman sa mga MSMEs natin na really already into digital. Marami naman po rin mga MSMEs na ganyan na already integrated with Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce as a merchant. No? So we have plugins that will enable them to accept Visa, MasterCard, and card payments and QR payments. So napakadali po. So just go back to, I think Paul and Russell are there to share the email address and provide you with the solutions.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, Martin. I think that's actually very useful information, especially for those who wanted to shift from the traditional way of paying to online. Maybe we can also hear from Bjorn. Bjorn, please, from UnionBank. Let's just teach or demonstrate and articulate to our viewers yung ating the MSMEs, how to do it, how to shift from the traditional to the online way of payment. Yes.
Sure. I mean, I think many of us have very similar ways of interacting with MSMEs. I think we all try to make things as easy as possible. We can do, it's as simple really as visiting our website, bux.ph, creating an account, and you have access to all the payment methods that we have online right now. Something that we noticed was, not many of these MSMEs and their customers have access to the internet all day, all the time. And as we all probably know, Facebook Messenger and Facebook itself is free to a certain extent. And so what we thought is we wanted to give everyone access to accepting payments. So you can actually create an account by interacting with our chatbot on Facebook Messenger. You can create an account fully through our chatbot with no data necessary. And you can send invoices and payment requests through email and SMS like the others, but you can also send payment requests through Facebook Messenger, which is where many people actually interact and do business these days. So I think that's something that we're also taking into consideration and putting a lot of focus on, are all those smaller businesses, those micro entrepreneurs and those kind of home-based individual entrepreneurs that may not have access to the internet all the time.
Yes, it's very good that we're also considering, yes, even the micro ones, and yes, connectivity and even the platforms that they can access to. We're now entertaining actually questions from our audience, as it's already, 5:45. This time from Joan Grace Mendoza. Thank you for this question. Would you suggest for MSMEs to avail all the payment platforms, the online payment, e-wallet, credit card, debit card, and alike? Do you have a status which mode is most commonly used here in the Philippines? Yes, we'd like to start with Bjorn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we actually created our product is to give anyone access to all the payment methods, right? I think that, depending on who your customer is, you never know what they're going to prefer. Some people prefer e-wallet, some people prefer credit cards or debit cards, and some people just don't have access to those tools, so they have to pay over the counter, right? We're trying to cater to everyone. I think it definitely is wise to accept multiple payment methods. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to kind of make that possible through one platform. So I would say yes. Yes.
Yeah, I heard you saying about aggregating all this, so everything can already be accessible. Here's a question from PayMaya. Okay. Okay.
Same question, Ma'am Nelly?
Yes, same question for.
Okay.
Yes, PayMaya.
So again, yung isang tip po actually I wanted to say earlier, no. Usually when consumers look at your profile online, no, kasi we're moving into this new normal already where we're really selling online, we're using all these platforms. One way to check if you're a legit merchant is looking at your payments acceptance, your different forms of payments acceptance. So I would really advise the merchant to aggregate and accept all these kinds of payments. That gives you, number one, credibility in the market. Second naman, it also gives you, gives the consumers options to be able to pay. Therefore, opening up your business even further in this time of need and the pandemic ngayon.
Yes, that's a good point. Giving options. We're as sellers, as MSMEs, and as merchants, we should also take into consideration what is accessible among our consumers. Yeah. Yes, Mia, same question.
Yes. So I agree with Bjorn and with Martin. We need to be able to give yung consumers a choice, right? Because at the end of the day, kung ano yung kailangan nila, dapat yung merchant would be able to support that. So kung kailangan nila ng cash, magbayad ng cash kasi wala silang access to those options, di kailangan may cash. And then e-payments as well, and so on and so forth. Pero yung choice po talaga nasa end user.
Yes, so anything.
Silang options, the more they can better serve their customers.
Yes, that's right. Okay, this time there's a question from Mr. Herson Domael. This can be answered by any one of you. Is e-payment sustainable? It seems that virtual currency, example, Bitcoins, is poised to challenge today's e-payment methods. This question is open for all great leaders in this talk. Okay, would like to answer that first. Mia, you're already on board. Would you like to answer that?
Sorry, was it addressed to me?
Yes, maybe I can ask some thoughts from each one of you.
Okay.
So yes.
E-payments is sustainable. ang Bitcoin ho kasi medyo complicated siya para sa lahat. Hindi ho lahat aware kung paano mag-manage ng Bitcoin. Pero ang e-payments ho, e-wallets in general, para ho talaga siyang wallet lang or bank account lang, pero through your phone and through an app. So madali ho siyang gamitin, mas madali ho siyang intindihin para sa mga end users. At mas marami hong may access sa e-wallets compared ho sa mga Bitcoin. Kasi medyo takot ho yung mga tao sa Bitcoin because hindi ho nila masyado naiintindihan pa.
Okay, hindi pa naiintindihan. Baka eventually, that's also something that we're also getting into. Yes, Martin, same question?
Yeah, I think I would agree with Mia as well, no. Ang e-payments and e-wallets, I think all over the world ginagamit ngayon. In fact, it's just the different forms of interfacing with e-payments and e-wallets ang nag-iiba lang per country. Sa atin po, dahil marami rin tayong barriers to entry, ibig sabihin ang infrastructure natin on internet, on our mobile phones ay naiiba sa other countries. Therefore, ang mas nagsusuit sa atin is the QR payments. In other countries, ano na yan? Other forms of technology like tapping their phones and so on and so forth. So, I think e-payments and e-wallets are really more sustainable than the Bitcoin side of things. No, the Bitcoin side of things is really something. Well, it's not new. It's matagal na po rin yon, no. But mas complex on the way it's being done, and in a way mas hindi mo kita yung, I think, yung pag-flow rin ng sarili niyong pera. At least on the e-payments and e-wallet side, it does reflect, and kita nyo kagad on how the payments flow through.
Mm-hmm. Parang you're still in control, because you can see and it's transparent. We'd like to hear also the thoughts of Bjorn, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would, in general, agree with Mia and Mark. I think that, when you talk of Bitcoin, it is a volatile cryptocurrency, so it's kind of complex to understand for the normal consumer. But there are some benefits to the technology behind it, blockchain. I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm by no means am I a blockchain expert, but there are some benefits to using blockchain technology in payments, and that's something that we're experimenting with. UnionBank was the first bank in the Philippines to be regulated by the BSP and be allowed to operate its own stablecoin cryptocurrency. So again, I'm not going to get into specifics, but I would say for the regular consumer, e-payments is definitely sustainable, and I think e-payments is definitely here to stay. I don't think that Bitcoin or other types of cryptocurrencies are going to be mainstream anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. This time from Michael Anthony Lopez. This is something about connectivity. Okay, connectivity problem. Are e-payments insured in case of lost or connectivity problems where the payment processing or crediting is interrupted and does not push through? Okay, the similar question was also asked by Ray Villa. What happens if there's an ongoing transaction and connections drop during transaction cancellation? Also, do any of you have a window to cancel a transaction that has been sent through Gmail feature that gives you a few seconds to cancel something? Yes, Bjorn?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think, if there is a technological issue that is definitely going to be insured, and, I don't think there's any issues there. And that can always be tracked. In terms of The second question of being able to cancel a payment request, I would say that it depends on the payment method. I can give you an example of something that we're doing. This would be more for over-the-counter payments, where if you send a payment request, you can cancel that, and the buyer will not be able to use that payment request to make a specific payment for that request. But at the same time, something kind of related, but not necessarily an exact answer or an exact answer to that question is, we do give the ability for the merchants to specify an expiration date for a specific payment request, right? So for example, if you're running a sale and you just want this payment request to be valid for 1 hour, you can do that. So it doesn't really answer the question directly, but it's something that is definitely useful for MSMEs these days.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this time a question directed to PayMaya. Is there a quota per month or a requirement monthly sales when we use your e-payment? That's from Jeneline Modestro.
Okay, so with the different solutions that I showed earlier, really there's no quota naman, no, on monthly sales needed to get the service. Or is the question more of, is there a cost to this, ma'am?
Yeah, maybe more of that, the cost. What's the added cost to the merchants, to the sellers when they make use of your platform?
Okay, so I think I can go ahead and answer that. Well, there's a cost to doing business. I think I shared this also in the Wednesday panel discussion. But ang kailangan na lang isipin po is that because we are moving from a new type of operations, from your offline operations into your online operations, what's going to happen is that yung cost on the offline operations nyo po is now just going to be transferred into the cost of doing it online. And for PayMaya, it's really more on the costs on the transactions that as a percentage over each transaction yung charge namin. So you have to think of it that way. Na while there's a cost here, it's now shifted, and there's the advantage of being wider yung reach ng business nyo ngayon.
Yeah. Usually, what cost do they have to pay as far as PayMaya is concerned?
Okay,
because
so
I think they would also be thinking about this becomes an added cost on the part of the MSMEs.
Yeah, so that's where you have to think that it's really not an added cost because you're shifting your operations na to this, but it's really a percentage cost on the transaction. Now, that really depends on ano pong klaseng merchant po kayo that is signing up with a PayMaya merchant service. Now, usually you talk to us, declare your business info, and then we will be sharing with you the cost. So what we can do now is actually, for this audience ngayon, the MSMEs specifically, in the reboot package, I flashed my email address earlier. We do have special rates and promos for the reboot itself. So give us an email, and my buddies will be glad to share them with you later.
Yeah, okay. We actually heard about the benefits, that the rebates and other benefits that the MSMEs can get from your platform. Maybe we can also ask GCash to tell us more about the benefits or the rebates if you have for the MSMEs who are using your online platform. Mia?
Yes. So just like Martin, we also do charge a percentage of the total transaction sa mga merchants natin. And iba-iba rin ho yung mga range, yung rates natin depending on the type of merchant. So if they want to apply ho and get GCash, they can email ho, I want GCash QR at mint.xyz. we'll be able to provide them the rates there. In terms who sa mga we'll offer them who like a special rate as part of this DTI program.
Thank you very much. This is what we've been saying. Additional, services or additional programs or even discounts that can be given to our MSMEs in line with this package, DTI reboot package. Okay. The same question also goes to Bjorn, please, of UnionBank. Our MSMEs would like to know what rebates or what benefits can they get from your institution when they avail of your platform, please.
Yeah, we don't have any rebates as of yet, but what we do offer is definitely very affordable rates. Something that we try to do when we work with partners is we try to negotiate the very best rates as much as we can and pass that on to the consumer.
Okay.
But we do have some rebate schemes coming up soon. I can't really get into detail too much, but we're a fairly new service, just a few months old, so we're definitely trying to learn a lot more. So keep a lookout in the next month or two for some exciting news.
Okay. I think we just have to accommodate two more questions as we are already running out of time. This time coming from Esme Palaganas. I think I should shoot this question to our friend from PayMaya. What's the difference? Between our local digital payment versus PayPal? For PayMaya, please.
So the question
Martin?
is, what's the difference between a
Our
local digital
payment versus PayPal?
Well, it's really more of the platform. Ang masasagot dyan. It's the platform and the different regulating bodies and the charges, of course, if you're using different platforms that are hosted elsewhere. So with PayMaya po, since we are in the Philippines and we are interacting with Filipino merchants and consumers, the charges revolve around only within the interchange of Philippines. Now, with PayPal, since it's a different setup naman, of course, ang method niya pareho lang. It's really requesting payments, but the setup of PayPal will be a little different because it's not locally set up, meaning there might be extra charges in transferring to your local bank or getting the money from the PayPal wallet. So it's more of jurisdiction and partnerships.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Martin. This time from Marvin, our final question. Although there are still a lot of questions here, but I think this can already be responded to by sending email to you, or maybe some of your staff are already looking at the questions that we have on chat room. So you can answer it directly, like, processing time, okay, etc. Things like those. Okay, this time from Marvin Santos. I think this directed to Bjorn. Okay, why do we need to aggregate payment modes inside the UBX or box solutions if MSMEs can go directly to GCash and PayMaya? Will that only increase the cost to the MSMEs? Yes, Bjorn?
Yeah, it's a good question. But I think anyone who does deal with multiple payment methods, multiple couriers will know that it's very difficult to have to coordinate with 10 different payment providers, right? And so what we're saying is, you don't need to necessarily create accounts with well, you can create accounts individually, but managing all of those accounts in one console is definitely going to be a lot more convenient. And in many cases, we are actually cheaper if you go through us for certain payment methods, right? So if you go, let's say, for example, sure, you can create an account with PayPal, but their rates are very expensive. we've been able to, negotiate really great rates where we can offer, cheaper credit card rates than a PayPal, for example. So those are definitely some of the benefits of going through us.
Okay. Okay. As we no longer have time, maybe we'll just give each one 30 seconds to just invite and encourage our MSMEs to go online in terms of e-payment. We'll start with Mia, please. Mia of GCash.
Yes. So thank you ho sa lahat. So for anyone ho na would like to sign up to GCash, email lang ho tayo sa I want GCash QR at mint, so MYNT .xyz ho, and tutulungan ho namin kayong mag-activate ng GCash ninyo, whether that's QR, whether that's send money if that's what you want, or sending a link to your end users to allow them to pay. So we'll also explain to you the suite of services that we have, and then we'll also give you preferential rates for being part of this program.
Yes, and Martin, please. Martin Mauhay of...
Yeah, so salamat po ulit sa pakikinig ng aming mga insights onto this topic. Now, for the MSMEs, it's PayMaya for the MSMEs during this period, and salamat sa reboot package of DTI. Please do download the Negosyo app next week to get started into your PayMaya merchant journey. No, it's a technology of Filipinos for the Filipinos. Ngayon, if you have any questions, just send an email to inquiry@paymaya.com, or if you want to sign up right away, send an email to signup.enterprise@paymaya.com. And we'll be glad to share the reboot packages for the MSMEs.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. And this time we'd like to listen to Jorn Pardo, please, of UnionBank.
Yeah, so to learn more about our payments product, just visit bux.ph and you can learn more about what we're doing. If you'd like to, learn more about some of the other products that we have at UBX, such as, our online store builder and, programs specifically, made for SMEs in terms of loans. You can visit ubx.ph and learn about some of our other products. And I think one of the more easier ways to contact us is on Facebook Messenger. So just search BUX on Facebook, and you'll be able to chat with us over there.
Okay, thank you very much to our three great guests this afternoon on e-payments. It's not all the time, that all the discounts, the incentives, and the rebates that we were mentioning are available, and even a lot of people helping you to get on board. So MSMEs, dear MSMEs, now is your time. Send them the emails, ask questions that you'd like to ask, and find out how you can make use of e-payment as part of your transaction or doing business. So thank you once again. And at this point, I'd like to thank all companies. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jorn Pardo of UnionBank. Thank you, Martin Mauhay of PayMaya. And of course, thank you very much to Mia of GCash for joining us. And at this point, I'd like to thank all the companies who made this event possible. To SAMS International Business School, the Philippine Trade Training Center as the learning partners, Wonderman Thompson as the agency partner, and of course, our enabling partners, which I will mention in alphabetical order: Food Panda, GCash, Google, Grab Express, and GrabFood, Lalamove, Lazada, Leadmore, PayMaya, QuadX, PayLink, and QuadX GoGo Express, Shopee, Singapore Institute of Materials Management, UnionBank, and Zalora. Thank you also to all the viewers. I think we've reached 300 or more, but I think in the past days we have reached more than. I hope you learned something from this today. Please do not forget to answer the online survey form that when you leave this webinar. We'll use this further to improve our services moving forward. Watch also for our next week's series starting May 12. Shout out to DTI e-commerce team led by Azek Jean Pacheco and to SAMS International with its CEO Joel Santos and the team. The information that we gathered yesterday Last night, total number of registered 4,408. Total FB viewers of live sessions, this is as of yesterday, is about 46,000. Total FB post engagement, 41,000. And total shares of live sessions of videos is 1,354. Again, thank you very much, everyone. Please visit our official Facebook page, DTI e-commerce, or send email to DTI e-commerce office at ECO or eco at dti.gov.ph. .gov.ph. And stay safe, everyone. Control your business, reboot now. But before we finally end, I'm turning over the floor to Asik Jean for the closing remarks for this 4-day long webinar series on e-commerce. Thank you very much, Asik Jean. Take it away. Asik Jean, are you still there? Asik Jean, we're actually waiting for a fitting, closing from our Assistant Secretary for e-commerce, Asik Jean Pacheco. Carl, is she still around? Carl?
Yes, she's still here.
Hello.
Yes, Asik Jean. Everybody is expecting you to do the closing.
Hi, Martin. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, thank you to UnionBank, to GCash, to PayMaya. Thank you so much for alam mo, ang pinakahuli sa e-commerce ay magbayad, no? So kailangan magbayad, di ba? So thank you, no? But to all of you here in Zoom and to everyone here who joined us for the past 4 days, I really would like to say actually thank you. I hope you don't mind if you'll give me a few minutes of your time just for us to give you a little bit of where we are now, ano? And the first thing that I can say, can everyone see my slide? Yes? Can everyone see the slide?
Yes, Asik.
Yeah, you can, no? You can?
Yes, Asik.
Yeah. The first thing that I really have to say is to say thank you. Thank you to all of those who participated. Alam niyo ho, magkikwento ko, when we started this, we were not really thinking that this would be this big, kasi nga ho, bagong-bago lang, but ang dami po ninyong nag-register up to as of a few minutes ago, we have already breached the 6,000 mark. Nakaka 6,253 na po yung nag-register. At sa lahat po ng nanood sa Zoom mula dun sa unang araw natin hanggang kanina, naka 5,868. Basically ho, 94% ng mga nag-register ay nanood, no? At nag-stay. At natutuwa ho kami noon because isa lang ho ang ibig sabihin nito, marami po talagang interested. At dahil ho nga sumobra kami, dahil 500 lang ho yung allowed ng Zoom, bigla po kaming nag-Facebook Live at ito na ho, halos 60,000 po ang nag-view ng nung nag-FB Live po tayo, ang total views po na natanggap na ng lahat ng sessions, umabot na ho tayo ng 57,000. I will napasalamatan na po ng marami nila Idinelli. Ito hong ating mga partners. So, you know who you are. They are all here in alphabetical order and hindi pa po ako magpapasalamat sa inyo kasi nga ho, meron pa ho tayong kasunod. But kung meron man pong sasabihin, itong mga partners na po natin na ito na ngayon ay madadagdagan po ito mga kababayan kasi ho ngayon na ho meron na pong mga ibang mga companies na narinig na po itong effort ng gobyerno na reboot package at willing din po silang makasama dito sa reboot package natin. we cannot say thank you enough to Thames International. Marami pong background dito ng mga tao na talaga namang tumulong sa atin. Hindi pala ho simple itong mga ganitong webinar, pero talagang I'm very glad na lahat po kayo ay naging patient sa mga technical difficulties natin. But dahil kay Thames International ay talaga hong parang mabilis po talagang nagawan po talaga nila ito. Kung hindi dahil sa kanila, mahihirapan din po tayo. At thank you very much for the professionalism that you have shown together with the Philippine Trade Training Center of Nelly and of course, Nestor Palabyab. At yung ating agency partner na Wonderman Thompson, alam nyo ho, hindi nyo ho napansin, yung ating mga signages, noong unang araw po, nag-umpisa ho tayo kay Mamang Sorbetero. Tapos nagbigla ho tayo napunta kay nagtitinda ho ng gitara. Tapos meron din pong nagtataho, baka hindi ho lang ninyo napapansin. At ngayon nga, yung meron pa ho nagtitinda ng bunot at bilao. At yung ngayon, ang pinakikita namin, nagtitinda ng fishball. Isa lang ho ang ibig sabihin na gusto naming parating kagaya ng sinasabi ni Wonderman Thompson. Kahit na po ano yung business natin, pwede po natin pag-isipan yan kung paano po tayo mag-o-online. Kahit na po yan ay goods o serbisyo, pwede po natin tayo po ay mag-online. Kasi yan na po talaga ngayon ang nagagawa dahil nga po dito lalo na sa pandemic na ngayon. So ang sinasabi ho ng DTI, you have to control your business dahil masyado na hong maraming problema pero you need to reboot now. So kahit ano pa pong business, pwede po ninyong mag-innovate po dyan. So why reboot? Kasi nga ho, e-commerce is the new normal. So ulitin ko lang po, marami hong nagtanong at nakinig at we are very much monitoring all of your comments. Pati din po yung inyong mga satisfaction feedback. So lahat po ng mga rebooters natin, kayo po ay susulatan namin ulit at kilala naman po namin kayo dahil kayo po ay sumagot sa aming mga katanungan. Kayo pong mga interested na maging part nitong reboot package. Nagpapasalamat po ako dahil narinig nyo na rin mismo sa mga platforms at kanina rin ho na yung mga companies po natin ay willing po silang magbigay ng mga discounts dahil po ito po yung mga pinag-usapan namin sa kanila bago ho tayo nag-control that base. Kasi ho, nangako po sila sa DTI na magbibigay po talaga sila ng tulong sa pamamagitan ng mga discounts o pag-waive ng mga fees, kagaya po ng mga onboarding fees. Kaya walang babayaran po. Kayo po ay maganda na maglalapit po kayo sa kanila. Binigay po nila ang mga contact addresses. Kayo po ay may freedom of choice kung sino po yung pipiliin ninyo. Andyan po yung sa PayMaya, napansin natin kanina, yung online payment, free email invoicing, itong pong training ay pagtutuloy natin, seller support, advertiser, discounted shipping sa mga kagaya po ng QuadX, Grab at saka Lalamove, at pati ho yung loans sa SB Corporation. So kung kayo po ay SME na gusto pong mag-online, ito po yung reboot package. All you need to do ho is to get in touch with the DTI e-commerce office o kaya po ang inyong regional office at ang negosyo center at magtutulong po tayo kung paano ho natin mapapapunta po sa inyo itong mga reboot package na ito. So ang maganda hong nangyari ngayon ay because of the very warm at talagang napansin po namin na maraming nagre-request na magkaroon ng part 2. Magkakaroon po tayo ng part 2. Sasamantalahin ho natin yung mga pagkakataon na tayo po ay nasa quarantine at hindi ho tayo makalabas sa ating mga bahay. So gagawin ho nating useful ang ating mga panahon, and we will do a part 2 starting May 12 to 14. Marami pong salamat sa mga nag-suggest. Mukhang siksik po kasi akala din ho namin ay matatapos na tayo ng April 30 at kung sakali man talagang siniksik din ho namin. So ngayon po titingnan ho natin ay talagang natutuwa ho kami dahil marami po sa inyo talaga ang nagsabi na kailangan pa ng mga kasunod dahil mga bitin daw po. So abangan po ninyo ang aming pagbabalik. May 12 up to May 14. We will definitely ask you to register again and do again Facebook Live. And I think this has been an effective vehicle for us to reach all our kababayans who are interested to start an online business. So please do email us. As I have said, kayo po, ang inyo pong mga email ay nasa amin, lalo na po sa mga nag-register. So kung kayo po ay nag-register, tatapusin lang ho natin itong ating control biz. Kami babalikan po namin kayo dahil marami pong nanghihingi ng mga materyales. Pero kung gusto po ninyo ng mas madali, please like our Facebook page. Punta lang ho kayo, DTI E-Commerce. Masyado pa pong bata ang aming Facebook page. So kung pwede ho, like po tayo para ho dumami din ang ating mga friends. So with that, the Department of Trade and Industry would like to thank everybody, and we really hope that we will see you again in May 12 to 14. And thank you to all the speakers. Thank you to all our enabling partners. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.
Habang nakatigil ang mundo, habang ligtas tayo sa ating mga tahanan, may mga pumiling manatili sa harap ng tigmaan laban sa COVID-19. Para sa inyong patuloy na nagpapatakbo sa makina ng bansa. Para sa inyong laging nakaabang sa ating mga daungan at paliparan. Para sa inyong nagtatawid ang aming mga pangangailangan sa kalsada, karagatan at himpapawid. Para sa inyong mga nagbabantay sa mga warehouse at terminal. Para sa inyong mga nakikipagsapalaran sa daan. Para sa inyong naghahatid sa amin ng malasakit at kabayanihan. Kayong mga frontliners sa logistics at supply chain, kakibat kayo ng mga doktor, nurse, sundalo at pulis. Patid namin ang mga sakripisyo ninyo at pagtitiis. Kasama ang buong sambayanan, kaming lahat ay nagbibigay tugay at puso-pusong papasalamat sa pagharap ninyo sa tiyak na pahamak para sa bayan. Mabuhay kayo, mga bayani ng bayan.
Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kung nais umasenso, manap ng trabaho, o di kaya'y subukang magnegosyo. Lumikha ng produkto't sikaping lumago, inspirasyon mong pagkapiko. Katuwang ng gobyerno sa iyong tagumpay, iisa ang ating hangarin. Pag may abilidad at oportunidad, tiyak na ang lahat ay uunlad. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kayaw magtipid sa iyong mga pangarap. Sige-sige sa pagsisikap. Asenso'y sigurado sa hinaharap. Manalig lang palagi sa sarili. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwala. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan!